essentially what I'm doing on my iPad, where I'm running MYOB Exo on the go. Exo on the go is a free application that's included as a part of your Exo license. In essence, you're entitled to a number of licenses as a part of your subscription based on the number of finance CRM licenses that you have in place. So you see at the moment I am using it in a portrait mode. It also supports a landscape mode. You can see me just switching there between. On the go is basically designed as a way of providing access to your Exo data in real time for staff that are potentially on the road. Its ideal purpose is for a mobile sales rep or somebody who needs access to your Exo data. And it provides functionality around visibility of data and contact information, visibility of transactions such as sales orders, activities, tasks, invoices, the ability to actually take and place a sales order quote or a sales order itself, as well as some other features in terms of running clarity reports. So I'll just give you a little bit of an overview. You'll see I'm kind of logged in as a salesperson. I've got a number of activities and tasks that I need to complete that I can do and create in the application. I'm going to come over to my active companies and I'm going to just do a little search. I've got a customer called All Car Parts. I'm going to open their details and I'm getting a real-time advice that that account is currently overdue. I can click OK on that. I can see their current balance. I can look through some more information. I can look at their balances and turnover. And of course, through the bottom tools, I can go through my list of invoices. I can look at contacts. Of course, in this instance, there's actually quite a few. No, there's none. Notes, orders, and activities. From there, I've got the ability to search through all open orders. I've got the ability to actually filter those as well. So we can create these sort of filters, the ability to search stock and search orders on the basis of a particular filter. I can create a new order if I'd like. I want to do that in a different way in just a moment. I can open that order, have a bit of a look at an existing order that's been raised. I can see the details. I can actually see the line level details at the bottom as well. And there's the specific details of one of those stock items that's on that open order. I'm going to go through and look at our active items, our active stock items. If I do a search, I can firstly show a list. You'll see that I have these filters, but I've also got what we call search templates at the top on this little icon. And search templates are basically an intelligent type of filter that we can apply behind the scenes. An example of this you'll see is last 100 items sold to this account. Really good way for a sales rep on the road to say, hey, what products has this client been purchasing? Because they're most likely to want to purchase those products again. We can actually add them to our cart, order them. You'll see my cart at the top right-hand side is now showing a quantity of 3. The other thing I can do is look at my stock items in a catalog view. If we have images loaded against our stock items, I can browse through those. Of course, I can do a price lookup, and that is that price in real time for that data based on our pricing rules, our data pricing policies, any specific pricing or campaign promotional pricing that might currently be in play. I can choose, again, some more products, add them to our cart. And you'll see I've built up my cart of products, and I can automatically turn that into a sales order or a sales order quote. Very simply, you've got to see the list of products down the bottom. I could just complete that with the delivery details, save that order, and off we go. That will be pushed in real time into your Exo system as a sales order or a sales order quote. Of course, we have the ability to look at contacts, contact information, which can always be useful when you're on the road. The other features which are quite useful is geolocation. So geolocation gives us the ability to actually geolocate a account and also serviceable units within Exo. It's a feature that was introduced a number of releases ago, but becomes quite powerful on the go, where I can see a map, I can see where I am, I can see which customers are close, look at their details, drill through, which of course it's not doing in a live demo environment for some reason, and we can have a bit of an understanding of what other customers are potentially in the area when I'm doing a sales visit. Of course, there are the ability to run clarity reports as well through On The Go. And there's a number of entry points for those clarity reports. Of course, through data, I can run a clarity report, and I can also look at a clarity report through a stock item. I can then have custom clarity reports of any form that are made accessible to particular users. So I'm going to bring up a items ordered in the last 3 months. I'm just going to run that report, and there's a process you go through where you run the report, it submits it back to Exo, it executes that clarity report, and then once it's finished, you'll see it actually comes up with a green tick. I can open up that report, and there's my listing of products that have been sold to that client in the last 3 months. So we can expose a whole range of clarity reports through Exo on the go. You might find that useful for sales reps. It might be people in the field in terms of service and understanding what serial units we play, etc., etc. We think of Exo on the go as a really good value add for this sort of empowerment of employees. It's a broad feature set that's really, in some respects, a bit of a passive tool, but for a lot of clients that use it, they find it a phenomenal product. There are 2 other tools that we work with that we see quite popular within our customer base. There's an alternative sales enablement tool called Opmetrics. And Opmetrics takes a little bit of a different approach to on the go, whereas where on the go is probably a little bit more of a passive engagement tool. Opmetrics is a bit more of an active engagement tool. So how do we plan account management visits? We've got A, B, C clients. A C client should be visited every 6 months. How do we ensure that those sales reps are visiting those clients? How do we know what meetings haven't been done? How do we know that they said they attended that meeting? Let's geolocate those sales reps potentially and confirm that they're actually doing what they're saying, visiting the clients. So it brings a bit more of an active approach in terms of a feature set. The other thing that it also introduces is the ability to provide your customers a B2B portal, so you can actually take an order through the app, but you can also point those customers to a B2B portal where they can actually place those orders online, again, direct into your Exo environment. The other key difference between Opmetrics and On The Go is the fact that Opmetrics is real-time only. I need a wireless or a 4G signal in order to run it, whereas Opmetrics does have a offline synchronized mode. So I can be in the depths of a customer, potentially in a basement where I haven't got 4G signal, still be looking at products, still be taking orders. As soon as I get data access again, it will synchronize and update Exo with any new transactions. The other tool that we have is a product called TimeTrack. TimeTrack takes a little bit of a different approach in terms of employee enablement, in that it's really around a field service requirement. So if you have staff working in the field, servicing, providing warranty repairs, doing installation type work, that's essentially the target for TimeTrack, which again is integrated in real time into Exo Job Costing. They're about to release a new app which also provides offline synchronization as well. But that's around how do we provide maintenance, field service type access for users who are on the road. So a couple of great options for you for those that have a mobile workforce of some form. If you're not using Exo on the go and you see some benefit for your employees, it's great. There's a little bit of time in terms of setup, but as we mentioned, it is a free license and would certainly bring some benefit to your company. So I'm going to finish that demonstration there. And Chris, maybe we should just hand back to some questions.